I was debugging a transcript duplication bug in my voice-first gym coaching app. The coach's responses were being saved twice. I traced it to a React batching issue, refactored the state management, wrote a backfill to clean up the data, and committed everything. Then I went to get a coffee. When I came back, a skill file in my repo had a new entry. Nobody told the agent to update the file. In another session, the agent had hit a wall with Convex's internalMutation function. It solved the problem on its own. Then, a background review process extracted the lesson and patched the skill. Today, I am releasing opencode-autolearn, the open source plugin that made that possible. After 10 days of dogfooding across 20+ projects, it has logged 922 observations and spawned over 200 review sessions. My coding agent gets better every session, and I do nothing extra to make that happen. The problem is simple. AI coding agents repeat the same mistakes across sessions because they have no mechanism to learn from corrections. Every session starts from scratch. You restate the same preferences, you recorrect the same behaviors. You are babysitting a very fast intern. A colleague told me about a coding agent called Hermes that got better at working with you over time. The model weights stayed the same, but Hermes maintained a persistent memory of corrections and preferences. I wanted that for open code. All the raw materials were there, a plugin system, a skill discovery mechanism, full conversation histories. The missing piece was the feedback loop. So I asked OpenCode to build it. OpenCode-autolearn does 4 things. First, it monitors conversations. A JavaScript plugin hooks into the event system, counts turns, and buffers messages. Second, it spawns review agents. Every 5 turns, or when the session goes idle, or when you close the terminal, the plugin fires a detached subprocess that runs a review. Third, it extracts lessons. The review agent reads the conversation looking for corrections, preferences, workarounds, and recurring patterns. Fourth, it writes to durable stores, memory files, user profiles, and skills. The design decision I care about most is that the review fires on its own. You never type a command or decide when to review. Other tools use human-triggered commands for their reflection step, and those work until they do not. You remember to invoke them for a week. Then you get busy, you forget, and the learning stops. Making it automatic costs almost nothing. What you buy is a system that learns from every session, not just the ones where you remembered to pull the lever. The moment I knew it worked was the Convex story. I had written a backfill mutation as an internal mutation, tried to invoke it from the CLI, and discovered that the CLI can only call regular mutation functions. I had to convert the function, run the backfill, then remove the one-shot code. I committed the fix and moved on. The session ended, the review agent spawned. When I looked at the Convex migration helper skill the next day, it had been patched. The review agent had identified the workaround, found the existing skill, patched the skill file with a new entry, and corrected the code example. The scope was right. It went to the exact section that was wrong and fixed it. That was the moment I stopped wondering whether the system worked. After 10 days, the numbers tell the story. 922 observations logged. Over 200 review sessions spawned. 20+ projects covered. 48 recurring patterns tracked with reinforcement counts. 9 persistent memory entries. 7 user preferences captured. The reinforcement tracking is where the compounding shows up. The most reinforced lesson, at 9 hits, is a safety rule about verifying before configuring SaaS services. I hit that pattern across multiple projects, and each time the review agent bumped the counter instead of adding a duplicate entry. The review agent created 4 skills from scratch: a blogbot skill for generating social media posts, an evergreen note quality skill for my Obsidian Vault, a Remotion best practices skill, a Marimo notebook patterns skill. Each one was created after watching me hit the same pitfalls across multiple sessions. The core loop is simple: watch, review, learn, persist, discover. The system improves the agent's behavior without touching model weights. I keep thinking about that moment I saw the patched skill file. I had not told anyone to fix the file. The conversation was over. I had moved on, but the system was still watching, and it decided that the workaround was worth remembering. The agent gets better without me steering the improvement. I do the work, the system does the learning, and the next session inherits the result.